Who are they? The Goon. Hey guys, how's it going? So for the Goon, I'm going to be going over his kind of backstory. I'm going to be going over a couple of key comics and a good jumping on point. So let's get into it. So the Goon was created by an amazing guy, author and writer of, he is Eric Powell. Now, The Goon is a funny and violent book with a smudge of supernatural in the mix of things, having creatures ranging from zombies to ghouls to ghosts to creepy realtors, and the occasional mobsters and gangsters like lurking around in the shadows, Okay, so the Goon was first published in '95 in Bestseller Comics, issue number 1, out of Seller Comics publisher. And it was more or less of a prototype. Now, it wasn't actually the Goon. It was actually called like Monster Boy, and it was more like a prototype to see how things were gonna go. And this is actually Eric Powell's first ever type of work in the comic book industry. So we fast forward and actually gets debuted. The Goon gets debuted in 1998 in Avatar Illustrations by Avatar Press in a one-page preview, and that's considered the Goon's true first. Now, from my understanding, Eric Powell wasn't too happy with the quality and stuff, and I'm sure there's some behind-the-scenes stuff that went on. So after the third issue, he kind of just waited it out, and he decided to end his contract, and he flew the coop. Now, a few years go by, and he decided to self-publish because obviously no one could understand his freaking vision of this genius. And he went out and launched The Goon #1 self-published book, which is amazing. And I believe it was out of Albatross Funny Books Comics, which is it's still around. It's still amazing. I love it. In fact, I actually have another book called Grumbles. Amazing book. And that was in 2002. And then Dark Horse came out and tried to negotiate with them. And the Goon went over to the Dark House. But look, man, it's 2019. The Goon's back in Albatross. And we're ready to take over the comic book world. So the Goon dropped in, I believe, March or February. And then the new issue number 2, is about to come out for May 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. So now a couple key issues would be that Bestsellers #1, because that's kind of like a prototype and Eric Powell's first work. So I think that's really cool. Next key is going to be the Goon #1 with the first full appearance of the Goon, Frankie, and the Zombie Priest. Also, it's the first title book by Eric Powell, which is pretty cool. Next one, the Goon #2, because it's like a super early book of the Goon. And also, it's a painted cover by Eric Powell. So that's freaking amazing. And then in the Goon #3, we get kind of like a good origin story of the Goon. So I think those 3 issues, where they are a little bit pricey, but I mean, you speculators out there got tons of money, right? And then the last key kind of book came out in 2012. It was actually a Kickstarter book, so like the Goon Kickstarter. And this Kickstarter was made to raise up enough money to actually go out and have a Goon movie, which that would have been amazing, right? And I believe it was limited to 3,000 copies. I think it was last week that we just got word of a Goon movie actually getting green light and ready to go. So, I mean, if you can find one of those damn books, maybe worth some money later on. Who knows? As far as a good jumping on point, if you wanted to read this book, you're not going to go back and hunt 2002's first edition. You might, I don't know. But 2019, The Goon just came out, reintroduction. Issue #1 was fantastic. The artwork, the laughter, the action, everything was amazing. I'm so looking forward to #2. I'm going to grab both of the covers. I highly recommend it. If you're even remotely interested, go and pick up the book. As far as I know, everyone that has read The Goon has picked up The Goon. I have yet to hear a bad thing. If you actually have something bad to say, let me know down in the comments down below. But I appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.